Hello everyone, I'm RecV5,
And I am Sandman99.
and welcome back to the Magicians franchise, Year 1 Preseason Week 4.
Yeah, and boy, week 3, we got destroyed by the Tigers.
Yeah, well, I made some adjustments to my playbook today too.
Yeah, well, I did too, because they crushed us like 52-16. So things didn't go very well for us on either side of the ball.
Well, I'm hoping the adjustments that I made will give me more options and will make more of a difference. I only had like 69 plays in my playbook, so now I've got a full 81.
Yeah, well, and also I'm going to try to throw the ball to people who can actually catch a little bit more, since this is how I had a record-setting 19 drop passes in a single game last week.
Yeah, that was pretty insane.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that many drop passes in one game. Anyway, we're 2-1, and our fourth exhibition game is against Washington, who appear to be a strong offensive team.
Yep.
With a somewhat squishy defense. So, this could turn out to be a shootout, or it could turn out to be a blowout. Who knows?
Or a dropout.
Yeah, or a dropout.
We'll call that this last game was.
If they have a weak enough defense, though, maybe I can run against these guys more and take the drop pass a little bit more out of the game, right? It's hard to say. I'm really hoping that maybe they got all of that out of their systems last week, and, because actually I think week 2 I got 10 drops, or week 1 I got 10 drops. I think typically I'm getting about, like 8, 9, 10 drop passes a game, and then we had that, real stinker last week where it just seemed like nobody could consistently catch the ball when I threw it to them.
Yep.
And that was actually logged in the stats too, so it was there for everybody to see. 19 drop passes.
Well, it's pretty hard to play defense when you've got to punt it back to them over and over again too, right? You start to wear down.
Yeah, well, you were on the field a bit more than you should have been. And it was just a rough outing all the way around.
A great atmosphere. It's time.
I just felt like there was nothing I could do to stop them after a certain point.
Yeah, well,
I could slow them down, but I couldn't stop them.
And the crazy thing is, I did not throw an interception in that game either. Right? I don't know how you have that bad of a game passing and not turn the ball over, but Anyway, we won the toss. I'm going to defend. Wow, it was windy here in the dome in Washington.
They might have the top open.
Yeah, they must have the top open, and it's a wind tunnel or something. Wow. Well, I'm going to defend this end. And they're going to elect to receive, so I guess offensive audibles first.
Yeah, I guess some of these dome designs are open top, right?
Yeah. I don't know, it's just kind of funny. You see a dome, and then you see the 10-mile-an-hour wind blowing in the dome, right?
They just turned on the AC real good today.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right? They got the god of AC to blow on the field.
Okay, well, you want to set your defensive audibles up, and then I'll kick it away to start the game here.
All right. Let's take a look at them. No, they actually don't have a super speedy halfback. That's nice. They do have some speed at wide receiver, but
yeah, you'll be playing a cushion against them most of the time anyway, probably.
Yeah, unless I'm trying to jam them. One receiving tight end, one possibly receiving-ish tight end.
Well, I'm not too scared of the 64 speed guy, right? But you get a tight end with high 70 speed rating. I mean, that's like Crosby in the Bad Men kind of range, right? And that guy can actually get away from you if he catches a pass behind you, right? And it's probably the same thing's true of this particular tight end. If he gets behind your defense, then he could run away from you.
Oh, we're going to try something a little different here today.
Yeah. Well, I like your thought process in this. I was watching you while you were doing this. And I think what you'll find, too, is that because one of the problems we had against the Tigers as well, I mean, your defense was wearing down, but they were able to run against you a lot, right? And I think you need to be a little bit stouter against the run up the middle.
Well, we'll try.
Okay, well, with this big wind, maybe I can kick it into the end zone for a touchback. What do you think?
No. Not with this guy.
Well, that's as good as I can kick it right there. 100 power and 98 accuracy. And I made it to the 1 yard line.
Call their first play of the game.
My God, I see you have a blitz play in your playbook now, too.
First and 10. Only one man back. Pass play here on first
Until they
down.
didn't get a chance to back everybody up, but that's okay. They're just going to throw a curl in front of me anyways.
Abraham makes the tackle at the 30-yard line.
It looks as though they snapped the ball before you were quite set there, too, because you got a bit of a late start there.
Yeah, well, actually, I was trying to call an audible, and so I didn't follow my assignment. It was one of those situations.
I see.
So they have first and 10 here. Loosening up the coverage on the outside.
Pretty rude to just start without you.
Come on, buddy. There you go.
Yeah, get over there and cover that tight end.
Dropping back to pass on first down. There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, he jumped offside right at the last second before the... Yeah, see that?
Ah.
Doesn't matter. Oh, they accepted the penalty. I would have thought they would have declined. I would have declined the penalty because 2nd and 2, I mean, why not?
By giving them the option to take the play
Oh,
or
well.
the penalty.
The home team come into today's game with one of the most...
I think giving up the 5-yard penalty is probably not as bad as giving up an 8-yard gain on first down anyway, in my opinion.
And keep pressure on the quarterback if they want to come away with a win in this one.
They'll go from the I formation. Number 31.
No, you got a sack now. There, he made up for the penalty.
They just blanketed the receivers downfield.
See, that's why they should have taken the result of the play, because even with the sack, it would be still, 2nd and less than 10, right?
Yep.
Following the sack, it's 2nd and long.
Yeah, you're still the master of the 3-man rush, eh?
Number 31.
Yep.
Balloon setback. With the throw.
At that time, our rusher got...
I think your rusher got pancaked there.
The home team.
Our linebacker got pancaked.
That's their third first down.
That formation actually only has linebackers in it, and I audibled out of it into something else.
It's 1st and 10. Giving some cushion on
Oh,
the
well,
outside.
it's good to see you at least drew a blitz play. I mean, like you tend to be a very conservative defender. Wow, look at that. That linebacker. See that? Look at that. The tackle moved over to pick up the outside guy, and that linebacker just came right through the middle.
Yep. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's actually very uncommon that happens. Oh, and we heard him.
Yep. He's holding his head. So I guess they'll have the backup, although their backup will probably be a pretty decent player too, I would think.
And this is the 5th play of this drive.
Because they are a strong offensive team, right?
Dropping back, flings it to the outside. Breaks through.
Well, we can't tackle worth a shit, but...
Well, you made him run backwards and then go out of bounds, though. So that's he did the job.
Solid defense is. They close in on you in a hurry, and they don't miss tackle.
The coverage on that was absolutely perfect. You can't fault him for that.
So they dug themselves into a hole here. A long third
Ooh,
down.
you missed the injury report.
On the injury?
The trainer gave me some good news. He did sustain an injury, but it does not appear to be anything serious. His return is probable.
All right, Jill, thank you for the update.
Wow.
What was that?
Incomplete.
I'm not sure. That might have been a wide receiver screen or something, right? Yeah. You see, because that one, the slot guy cut blocked that man.
Yeah, he cut blocked the on-rusher.
Yeah, and the outside guy, he's running a screen route, right?
Yeah.
It's just that that pass was really off target.
Well, I think there was enough guys there to make the tackle on the screen anyways. I'm not worried about that.
Porter is ready to punt this one away. Here's the punt. Fair catch.
Well, that's the benefit of that wind, right? That made it a fairly short punt.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
Oh, they took almost 3 minutes off the clock there for an unsuccessful drive.
Yeah. Well, they made a couple of first downs.
Johnson.
No blocking.
In the backfield, and he chases him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
I'll tell you, he's one of the most knowledgeable defenders in the league. He knows how to play the game, and he always knows what's going on.
That's really annoying, too, because these guys don't even have a very good defense, right?
Dropping back, gets rid of it. With the
Wow, what happened there? That was lucky.
Look at that on the replay. What is that?
I think that guy made some kind of a like super commitment to the pass. Yeah, he went
tried
for,
to pick it off.
He
and
tried
he
for the
missed.
pick and he missed. Right?
Yeah.
If that wide receiver was faster, that would have been a touchdown. He would have given up a touchdown on
back
that.
to the play on the field.
So yeah, that was
Aggressive.
Yeah, that was a bit aggressive play. It was kind of lucky too, though, that
It's 1st and 10.
it didn't get picked off. Right? Okay, well, I'm not even going to bother trying to run when they line up like that.
Drops back with the throw. He finds his man. Graham pulls him down at the 46-yard line. Collins with the reception and a 5-yard gain. About 4 to go.
Okay, well, let's see what we can do here. These guys seem to like to play man lock, except that now they're not. Well, maybe we can throw an easy swing pass to the halfback over here or something.
Dropping back, closing in.
Oh, wow.
Except you'll get no blocking, so you can't even throw a swing pass.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who's been playing for a while now. And let me tell you, he might never be better than he is right now.
It's now 3rd and long after the sack. The home team line up in the quarter defense.
They line up in the quarter defense, and it's a house blitz, right?
Probably.
Looking for an option on the run.
Ah, overthrow.
Yep.
Incomplete. A little bit
I think I could have gotten it to him if he'd actually thrown it to him instead of 5 yards in front of him. But I think next time around, if I'm going to use the run, I'm just going to call plays where I run straight ahead.
You'll lose less yardage that way.
Exactly. You know, like starting off in a hole like 2nd and 13. I mean, it's tough to come back from something like that, especially when you have a first-year garbage team, right?
That was a inside the 20 punt there, too.
It was. I'm very impressed.
1st and 10. The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him.
Ooh.
This one falls.
Yeah, that's
Is that
the
your
new
dual spy?
new double spy cover 4. And there's something interesting that I'll show off about that here. When you have 2 spies on the field, and this is something that you discovered, they'll actually split the short area of the field in between them.
Yep. Yeah, whereas if you have a single spy, he just moves right into the middle and basically lines up right over top of where the center is.
Yeah, and follows the quarterback.
And then he'll follow the quarterback. But what'll happen here is that they sort of space themselves apart, and the guy on the side, the quarterback, moves toward will kind of follow him, and I guess the other guy will kind of follow along too, but they're still placed in pairs, right?
Pressure coming. Oh,
broken tackle.
Yeah.
Well, it's still 3rd and inches, so you know.
Yeah. Well, you still have a chance to make the stop, maybe.
Accurate with his passing. His receivers rarely have to make any adjustments in their routes to come up with a ball.
I'm surprised he managed to get that pass away before, like because of the way the pressure was coming there, right? But that didn't look like a true swing pass. That looked like he was throwing it to the halfback, but he was throwing it more downfield, right?
You know that the defensive coordinator loves it. He could drop.
It's like maybe it was a broken off circle route or something like that.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. They went and decided to throw one of those hook outs to the short side of the field, and they did themselves in. I didn't even have to do anything there.
Here's the kick. He signals for a fair catch.
See, it's too bad the risk of a fumble's so high there because you only had one guy there, right?
Yep.
Like if you could have beaten that one guy, then maybe you would have been able to get a nice return, but you just can't chance it.
Well, the fumble is baked into the game.
Yeah.
On contact.
Calling an audible now. Shields. Diving tackle at the 44-yard line.
Well, that worked out pretty good.
Yes, it did, actually. I'm surprised.
Second and 5 coming up here. The home team come out in a nickel package. Looks like he's calling an audible. Changing the play now.
Okay, this guy dropped 5 passes last game.
Throws it.
Oh, he caught that one.
Graham records the stop at the 50-yard line.
Oh, no, it wasn't this guy. I stand corrected.
Backfires and they give up a first down.
Some quarterbacks love blitzing corners because they know that there's one less cover.
There was a guy who dropped 5 passes last game.
Yeah, actually, Edwards there, he dropped 5 passes.
He's the best receiver on the team.
Gaffney with a man in motion.
Okay, well, looks like a zone defense.
To the tailback. Reed is the guy who's there.
See, we'll just work on a little bit more direct up the middle kind of stuff because it is
first down marker.
A little bit more modest gains usually, but also the chances of them beating us on a blitz or something like that is a lot less too, right?
Rid of it.
Oh, you could have thrown it to either of those guys over there.
Probably. I just was throwing it to the guy that is basically by design the play is supposed to go to, right?
Yeah, the coverage on that side was terrible.
Well, they were sending a corner blitz from that side, right? And as soon as I saw that corner blitz, I was throwing to the flat there, like, no doubt.
Handed off.
There, we'll just burrow our way ahead here.
6-yard gain. They have to get to the 23 to convert for the first.
Okay. Is that some kind of man coverage, or did he just move in on the zone there?
Tosses it right. He has room, and he hits.
Well, that's a huge gain.
Yeah.
The play at the 9-yard line, so they're able to pick up another first down.
This offense is clicking. They're making the right calls at the right time.
drive 9 yards away from a touchdown. Gaffney with a man in motion. Drops back to the end zone.
Nice.
And he's able to get open in the end zone.
Yeah, just had to have a little bit of discipline to just stand still in the pocket and not try to roll toward that guy because I saw that linebacker coming, right? See this guy right here. As soon as he starts coming, I know that I have to stand still and just throw it.
Yep.
And I'm also going to get hit when I throw it, right?
And welcome back.
But if I'd have tried to press, toward the right there, and if
You probably
I'd
would have thrown it out of bounds.
well, or I would have got sacked because I would have stepped right into that guy, right?
The kicker lines up for the point after. The kick is up, and he tacks on the extra point.
Okay. Well, that effort went a little better than the first drive did.
Not a bad kick. They'll set up for the return.
Remember how bad the kick meter was for me in the Tigers game?
Mm-hmm.
It feels different in this game.
Weird.
It feels easier, right?
23.
Maybe there is a little bit of how you doing when, with regards to the kick meter.
I think
tougher
they screw.
games.
I think they screw with you in the kicking game when you're playing against certain teams, right?
So
Maybe.
Or maybe it's just a random thing, right? Like every now and then you have a game where they screw with you in the kicking game, right?
Throwing on first down. Throwing.
Oh, you had him covered and then you let him get away.
Yeah, well, I wasn't even meaning to play coverage there. I just kind of took off because I'm like, well, I'm in mid-audible here, and they caught me out of position. So, you know what? I wanted somebody to cover that. I'll just try to do it myself. I guess I was there if the other guy missed a tackle, at least.
Yeah. Well, it looked like you had it covered for a bit, but
Well, I'm not really a coverage guy. I
No.
don't really play coverage. I'm a pass rush guy.
well, most people are. I mean, it's very difficult to play manual coverage in this game.
With a defensive end, no less.
Dropping back to pass on first down.
Ooh.
Nearly picked off. Bird was working in the middle.
Wow.
Almost had the interception.
Oh, that's okay. We can't actually pick passes off anyways.
Yeah, well, if you could, that one would have gone the other way for a touchdown, I think.
Only one man in the backfield. With the pass.
Ah, we had him stopped.
Abraham
Yep.
pulls him
Well,
back
now he's hurt.
at the 50-yard line. He took a
We
shot
had him stopped, but we can't tackle.
still as soon as possible. It's 1st and 10. Newsom out of the gun. They'll pass on first down. Throwing. And he goes out of bounds.
He's going to throw it out of bounds.
45-yard line.
Yeah,
Newsom
those slot
looking
flats
second
are
down after that
routes are
pass
tough
picked
to
up
stop,
5
right?
yards.
I had man coverage press on that, but
Oh yeah, but they're still tough to stop.
Yeah.
Why do you think I throw flat passes to wide receivers so much? Because they're tough to stop. And that slot flat is basically the same concept, right?
Coverage on the outside.
What are you doing, playing coverage again?
Under pressure with the throw, and it's complete. Taylor makes the tackle at the 29-yard line. That'll move the chains, John.
Yeah, when you put together a great pass with a heck of a catch, that's exactly what you're going to get.
It's 1st and 10. Tightening up the coverage along the outside.
Well, one thing anyways, if you decide you want to play a little more zone defense than you used
Newsom
to,
with a man in
is it
motion.
allows you to mix your tactics up a little bit, eh? Just so that an opponent can't get quite too used to what you're doing, right?
yeah, well, this formation's a bit better for the zone defenses, I feel, too.
Yeah, well, it's basically built out of a dime or something.
That's right.
Yeah, you can tell by the
Or rather,
positions.
I think it's built out of a nickel.
Yeah, okay. You can tell by the positions of the safeties, right? Because they don't have that offset position, I guess, to each other, right? Although it looks like they do here.
Hands off to the tailback. Floyd makes
Depends on how I manipulate them pre-snap.
pickup of about 2.
Well, 3rd and 6th.
They have to get it now to at least the 19-yard line. Newsom sends a man in motion.
They left the tight end in the block.
And he makes the grab. Abraham makes the stop at the 10-yard line.
Now this is one heck of a play. Look at it. You're in a hole here on 3rd down. And they come through with this perfect play. They get to the first.
Yeah, they would.
keep the
I don't
drive
think they
going.
would have had enough time to throw that pattern if they hadn't left that tight end in the block. That's unusual, though. You don't always see an opposing offense do that, right?
That one will leave a mark.
He got caught. I'll tell you one thing. He's going to feel that in the morning.
So at the end of 1, score is set. And we're ready to
Okay,
start the
well.
second quarter. They need 7 yards for a touchdown. The corners are moving up to press the receivers. Looking upfield.
Oh, he went right past me, damn
Yeah,
it.
a delayed run. That's okay. You held him to a short
This is
gain.
what football's all about.
Maybe a yard or 2.
Now you might be looking at a toss-up. Is it going to be a run or is it going to be a pass? You just don't know, right?
Within scoring distance. Tightening up the coverage along the outside. Gives the ball off.
Ah!
Well, we managed to stop him anyways.
Yep.
2. Not much
I noticed that you have
this time.
unblocked linebackers coming from the outside to defend the run quite a lot. Right? You see that?
Well, that's because that tight end wants to go block the safety, right?
That's right. And also because of that wide posture that you're taking there, you can see the other guy coming from the other side too, right?
Yeah,
Like they're-
although he's
they're-
got an assigned rush.
Yeah, but they're not picking those guys up,
So
right?
let's pick up the action.
No, they like to block the safeties first and foremost. They've always liked to block the safeties.
To attempt a field goal, which
Well, that
will
was
give
a
them
big
their
play.
First score of the day.
Well, if they get field goals and we get touchdowns, then we'll win this game.
Tightens it up.
Yeah, we just have to get more than 3
Lined up
touchdowns.
for the kickoff. Booming kick downfield.
I think they've got a better
Raises his
kicker than
hand
we
for the
do.
fair catch.
No shit.
You don't see a fair catch very often on a kickoff. 1st and 10. Shields. He just unloaded on it.
See that? Not much gain there, but a couple of positive yards is definitely better than a loss, right?
Well, not only that, but it gets the clock running and everything else.
Playing the run
Yep.
so well. If they can keep holding them to gains like that,
Yeah, they haven't
you
even
won't see
tried
too
to
many
run.
rushes from the offense in the second half.
Yeah, these guys don't seem to be much of a running team, actually.
Looking downfield, on the move. Right to him. Graham.
Nice.
With the stop at the 26.
Yeah, just pick up a couple of yards.
On that play, so they'll be looking at 3rd down. About 4 to go. Gaffney sends a man in.
Look at that. See, they're sneaking that safety up to the line again.
Dropping back with the throw, and he makes
Hey, he didn't drop it.
Yeah, he didn't drop it this time. Wow, eh?
He's one of the keys to their success when they're moving the ball through the air.
This one is handed off, and he just got level.
Yeah, you know that whole deal about what
well,
happens when an
got 2 that
unstoppable
time.
force meets an immovable object? Well, the unstoppable force won that one.
2nd and 9 coming up here.
Okay, this worked okay the last time around. Let's see if we can get this to go again.
Throwing.
Looks like it.
Oh, he dropped it.
The pass ball's incomplete. Style gets to him just as the ball arrives.
Well, you had the right play there, but
Yeah, that sucks though. I hate it when they do that. Drop the ball like that. But they shouldn't drop the ball.
And this is the 6th play of this drive. The home team come out in a dime package. Johnson, the man in motion. Throws it. He hits his receiver.
There, we'll
nice.
just jam it in there to him that time.
And then he'll run over that guy.
43. They'll move the sticks with that completion.
I'll tell you, he put that one right on the money. They're just out there playing a little pitch and catch.
First and 10.
There, we'll try a little bit of run over the left side here.
Johnson.
Ooh. Okay, well,
Dives and makes the tackle. 8-yard gain.
I guess that worked out okay.
And this is the 8th play of this drive. About 2 to go. He hands it off. Madden records the tackle at the 31-yard line.
Okay.
Good up front, allowing him to find the seam downfield that he needed.
That's some good stuff right there. You give it to your back, have a ball straight ahead for good yardage, and you get a new set of downs to work with.
Calling an audible. Going to the air on first down. Gets the pass off, and it's complete. Graham stops him at the 23-yard line.
Is he trying to throw to the tight ends lots?
Yeah, they had the coverage,
Because they actually are better at catching the ball than the damn wide receivers on this team are, right?
Yep.
Throws it, and the catch is made. Loses one tackle. Big pop that time.
You want someone there to tell you to watch out because he just got decked.
Nice job buying a little bit of time and then completing the pass for the first down.
That's another one of those things that you really need to be careful on defense. He likes to open things up a little downfield, buying time by rolling out or bootlegging.
Edwards goes in motion. Hand off to the tailback. Reed makes the tackle at the 6. About 7 yards there.
Hey.
6 more yards and they'll put up 6. Johnson moves in motion. With the throw, with the adjustment, he has it.
Yeah.
Incredible pass.
Well, that'll help.
by the quarterback.
Like I said, if we score touchdowns and they score field goals, we'll win this game.
Yeah. Well, things are definitely going a little easier than they did against the Tigers anyway.
And it's up. The extra point attempt is good.
However, we're going to have a fairly short-ish kickoff this time around, I think,
The offense seems to have their number out there.
because
They need
we're
to
kicking
rethink
into
their
that
strategy
strong
on
wind
defense.
now.
Maybe blitz a little more, trying to create some additional pressure. They have to find a way to get this offense out of their rhythm.
Nice distance.
Yeah, it's going to come down at like the 15-yard line.
14-yard line. Washington needs 2 scores to get back into this.
Wow.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Number 31 in the backfield. On the carry. Pressure. Throws it. And it's complete.
Well, that time I ate the play action guy.
Yeah.
The 45. Good throw. Good catch to move the chains.
You know, as a
Well, the
receiver,
thing
all you
is
have
that
to do is
how
get
many
a step.
times have they run the
This
ball
guy's
in this
gonna
game?
put the ball
Once?
on you.
1st and 10. The quarterback gets set with only 1 back behind him.
There, see that outside guy again, right?
45-yard line.
It seems like those outside guys, they aren't getting blocked, and they're able to pinch in and stop those runs up the middle, eh?
It's 2nd down and 10 to go. Giving some cushion on the outside. Almond moves in motion. Closing in, gets rid of it. Hits
Better
the ball
hurry.
back with a short pass.
He got over there.
Yeah, he got over there.
That's what can happen if the pass
Took him a
is
little
on
while,
time
but
and on
he
target.
got there. Yeah, because he had to come from the far side of the field with the way that play is designed. So,
Yeah.
but that was a normal fullback and not like a 99 speed all Madden one, so it worked out.
3rd down and long coming up here. The defense is going to play this one very tight.
No, we're not. We're gonna play it like this.
Number 31, the lone setback with the pass.
Oh.
And it's caught.
Over the outstretched hands.
Yep.
That is big time football. Now this is one heck of a
Well,
play.
maybe I should have played the full man coverage there instead of playing the man flats, but I guess, you know, you live and you learn.
That gets him a first and keeps
Yeah,
the
but
drive going.
next time they might do something different too, right? Who knows?
They'll pass on 1st down.
Ooh.
Throwing with the catch.
That linebacker started to come through the gap again there, but they left the guy in the backfield, right?
Yep.
He's very close to the top, John.
I'll tell you what, he does a great job. of
That's
using
interesting
his
how
hands
that
and
pass
not
rush
letting the
develops
ball
like
get into his
that.
body. He's worked very hard to improve his
Because you
pass
wouldn't
game.
expect that linebacker who's backed up from the line a little ways to be the guy who comes free, right? Oh,
Yeah, you got man coverage on that guy too, and the deep zone on that side.
yeah. Well,
And what
I don't
he's
know.
doing
Maybe this is
sitting
just a
back there in
destined
the
drive
pocket,
here.
seeing everything. Make a great
I don't know. They
decision.
had the ball here
Getting the
last
ball to the
time
right
too,
guy.
and you managed to hold them,
Very
so
well right now.
Press coverage on the outside.
you just have to try some of your new tricks or something.
Almond, the man in motion. Fakes the throw. Taken out of the backfield.
Well, that was, there's a lot of people on that side of the
1, 2,
line.
3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 guys in the box there.
Yeah.
But that's what you got to do when you're defending the goal line. And look at that. It's a guy who fought his way through a block, right?
Great
Because they left
downfield
number 84 there, whoever number 84 is. They left him in to block, right?
Now, the funny thing about that is that's actually just man under 2, but it's man under 2 with the line crowded.
Yeah.
10 yards away from the end zone. Newsom with a man in motion. Dropping back. Gets the pass off.
Oh,
and
well,
it's complete.
they
Abraham
caught it in
with
front
the
of you
catch
again.
At the 3-yard line.
And now they got the big guys out there.
Three yards will get them 6 points. Hand off to the tailback.
No, couldn't quite get any penetration over there.
Yeah, we were even sending 6 guys, and I didn't even move the line away from that side. It just didn't matter. And we got penetration, but not by the right guy and not in the right place.
Yeah. That was actually a pretty slow developing run too, right? Like there was plenty of time to get someone in the backfield. It's just that they were all getting blocked out, right? Because that looked like a delay run too, right?
Well, on the bright side, if you can hold on to the ball long enough, we won't have to deal with the unstoppable 2-minute offense.
Yeah, well, we'll see what we can do. Hopefully I can score a touchdown here.
And he signals for the fair catch.
And not give them any time, right?
No, usually you'll see a fair catch on a punt because the coverage gets there so quickly. On a kickoff, you have more time to react.
1st and 10.
Well, it's good to have the ball at the 20.
Gaffney sends a man in motion.
Okay.
Aimed it off to the back and down behind the line for a short look.
Okay, well.
Almost at the 2-minute mark now.
Well, still though, a run up the middle that only loses a single yard.
Well, that's not great, but, you know, what can you do? Sometimes these things just happen that way, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Directing traffic. Dropping back, looking for an option, throwing. And he makes the
I was going to say, you had your guy in the flat there.
Yeah,
on the
that's
left.
okay, though. I found the receiver over the middle.
This quarterback has stressed accuracy all year. Repetition and control gives the guy confidence to deliver the ball on target.
About 2 to go. Gaffney with a man in motion.
We'll let the clock run a little bit here in case I'm not successful.
Looking for a receiver with the throw.
Oh, that looked like pass interference there.
Yep.
Like the guy actually held him up from going to the ball.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened.
Nothing happening for the offense there, forced.
Right? Because see, if you watch.
Yep.
Yeah, he basically walled him off from the ball, right?
Well, it's Madden 05, so that doesn't get called
Yeah, there
very
was
often.
definitely contact there too, right? Like, look at that. Boom. He
Yep.
hit him. He hit him in the shoulder when he was trying to make the make the catch, right?
Yep.
Let's get back to the play on the field.
That sucks so much.
Here's the punt.
Well,
This one goes out of bounds.
Well, let's see what I can do to preserve our lead here.
yeah, I probably should have just called a curls play or something
Just
like
about
that,
down to 1 minute.
just to make 2 yards and maintain
No,
possession,
they got
right?
Almonds goes in motion. Going to the air on 1st down. Throwing. It's complete.
Wow, how'd he hang on to that?
I don't know, but I'm not happy that he did.
Yeah.
They'll head right back to the line. The home team call a timeout. They have 2 timeouts remaining. We're at the 1-minute mark. From the gun, dropping back to pass on 1st down.
Oh, wow. Well, at least he dropped the ball. I don't know. Boy, oh boy, that was terrible.
Opposing offensive line sure have their hands full when they get out in this field.
Calling an audible. Out of the gun. Pressure coming.
Yeah, not getting away that time.
So it's 3rd down and long.
Wow, that guy's got 2 sacks this game.
The defense has had difficulty stopping them on 3rd down. The throw,
Oh,
and it's It's caught.
Okay. Oh, it fumbled the ball.
Nice! Well, that was, we're playing really aggressive here, though, too. Like, I'm playing press coverage in the middle of the field with a cupcake team.
Yep.
Right?
Oh, they're gonna. The booth is gonna review it, and they're gonna take it away.
Whenever a questionable call happens in the last 2 minutes, the review is called from upstairs.
Coach is hoping to get it right here because that could be a big lift for the team.
No, that's a fumble.
You think so?
I think so.
Well, we can always hope.
This one won't be easy.
Nope. It's not a fumble, so I guess you get to receive a punt. Oh no, they're going to go on 4th down now. Oh, what a bunch of dicks.
It would be either a very short punt or a long field goal, so the offense will stay on the field and go for it. Number 31. Fisher
Yeah.
the tackle at the 26-yard line.
Well, now they've got nothing but tight ends out there, so
Yeah, we'll actually have better coverage guys out there.
yeah, well, you'll get a sack on this. And they've still got nothing but tight ends out there.
Coverage along the outside. Looks like he's calling an audible.
Left an extra guy in to block on both sides.
Yep.
Gets the pass off.
But that's okay. He can't complete that either. Well, they're going to get a free field goal out of this, right? Unless they decide to run a... Are you thinking they might decide to run a fake or what?
Well, it's not possible for us to actually block a field goal, so...
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they're either going to make it or miss it on their own merits here. That you really don't have anything to do with how this turns out. Okay, well, I'm feeling a little disgruntled after that, but...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that fumble was a fumble.
Yeah, because it looked like his hand hit the ground first, like his leg was still in the air.
To the 20.
But I guess now we'll take the halftime stretch, and hopefully things will go a little better for us in the second half.
Indeed. And we're back.
Yes, and it's been a pretty even game. I did okay. I was 13 of 16 passing in the first half.
Yep.
And I had 10 rushing attempts for about 35 yards or something like that. So, you know, not doing too bad.
But now our second stringers are out there.
Yeah, now our second stringers are out there. What the hell have I got number 89 in the backfield for?
Oh, he's probably a halfback. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I better hurry up and call this play because, yeah,
Yep.
okay, he is too.
On the carry.
Well, that block got missed, but...
Yeah, well, if he'd have made that block, I would have been able to run for a lot more, but...
Yeah, that would have been a 20-yard run.
Physical team that likes to run the ball in just about any situation. When you can run the ball consistently, it really wears down the interior line and helps to slow down those pass rushers.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, we beat the first-string Swamp Rats team by like 1 point, if this was a real game.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't have even had a chance to go for a 2-point conversion because all they could get was a field goal.
Throwing. And he hits his target. Dives and brings him down at the 31.
Well, so far so good. We actually managed to get a first down.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Looks like he's changing the play. Directing traffic. With the throw, he hits his receiver.
Well, he caught it and ran for a little while.
Yep.
Well, they're not doing anything fancy, but good old-fashioned drop back and pass, and it's working.
It's 1st and 10.
He's got 5 catches today. Instead of dropping the ball all the time.
Carter sends a man in motion. With the carry.
Oh.
Page was stuffed on that play, John.
They're just relentless when the offense decides to run the ball. They break down blocks very quickly. They do a good job maintaining their gap assignments, limiting cutback opportunities.
And that's the end of the running for this series.
Dropping back, looking downfield, throws on the run. And the catch is made. Carter completes the pass for a 5-yard gain on second down.
Well, at least you got something.
Yep.
Sixth play of this drive. They need 5.
You've got Barry Traylor in the slot there.
Farr comes in motion.
Yeah, nobody's covering him. I hope he can catch.
Under pressure, throws it.
Yep.
He hits the receiver. They've got something going here.
At least when it's babied to him.
Down after another.
Yeah, well, you know, when you see a setup like that, about all you can do is, you know, just hope that he hangs on when you throw it to him.
Looks like he's calling an audible. He'll pass on first down. Throwing. Just couldn't get that pass under control. That one goes right off the receiver's hand.
You got so much stuff going on out there. You got to get off the line. You got to run a good route. You have to read the defense. You
Yeah, that was not good.
The most important thing you do after all that is you have to catch the ball.
With the throw, and he makes the grab. Number 53 stops him at the 39. Carter will be facing a third down now after that pass next 6. They need 5.
That doesn't math, Al.
Yeah, well, you know what? Don't need the
The
math.
home team.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Looking downfield.
No. Oh, okay, never
It
mind.
went over him, but the receiver didn't catch it anyway.
Come up with it.
I think he just took his eyes off that one.
I don't know if there's any point in punting this or not. Maybe I should just go for it. I guess we'll try a punt.
Number 36 is back to receive this kick.
Well, giving it to them at the 20 is better than giving it to them at the 40.
Yeah.
Here's the punt.
Oh, it bounced backward afterwards. 26. Wow.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Press coverage on the outside. The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him.
Ooh.
Throwing on first down. With the throw.
Oh,
Just
that
hit
one
him with that.
Incomplete pass.
hit him in the back, yeah.
Coverage downfield.
See, you're really getting some interesting things going on in that pass rush, though, because, again, that was the running back picking up that guy coming through the gap, eh?
You know, the funny thing about it is this is really just designed as a standard 3-man pass rush.
Yeah. But if they make a mistake and they have that running back block to the other side, or if they don't leave him in, then one of these times you're going to come through there and you know, put a big hit on that quarterback, too.
Pressure goes over the middle. He finds his man. Ball takes him down at the 42.
Throwing it under the deep zone.
Yeah, might be time to throw a little zone in the middle there or something
First downs are
again.
critical in this game. And when the quarterback calls your number, you want to make sure you make the catch and don't mess something up.
1st and 10. Tightening up the coverage along the outside. Number 36, the deep back. Stalling, the motion man. Big hit on the ball carrier.
And when you talk
Well,
about getting unloaded,
you don't see them run
that's what
very
happened
much.
here.
They basically haven't all game.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time. I mean, they must have run a few running plays in the first half because they had like 24 yards or something, but they don't run very much.
Dropping back. Throws it. Great throw. Dropped in the backfield for a short loss. Caught the pass but didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, the defense is real good at putting a quick end to completion.
And this is the 5th play of this drive. About 8 yards.
The offense has been stepping it up on 3rd down all day.
He's looking. Gets rid of it.
Oh, well, got lucky there. That was a running back running that
Swing route.
that swing route.
That extended long enough,
yeah.
yeah. But I had a man coverage guy on him.
Yeah, well, luckily running backs don't usually catch the ball as well as other receivers do too.
Yeah, that too.
Here's the kick. He's waving for the fair catch.
Oh. Okay, it made it into the end zone. Whew. I thought, you know what, that's going to be very bad.
1st and 10.
Well, I think if I'd have tried to catch that, I would have fumbled it.
Yeah.
Hey, you can hear the collision up here.
He's feeling it right now. Either that
Well, he
or
took
he's
it out
done
there.
all over. And that's
Yes,
working.
he did.
2nd and 8 coming up here. The home team come out in a nickel package.
What the? Oh, come on.
Don't you hate that?
Yes, I hate that.
The clock with that timeout. It's 2nd down and 8
You
to
should
go.
be able to snap the ball even when the guy's moving.
Throwing. Perfect pass. Loses.
Oh, look at this.
The 40.
Oh, look at
This
this.
is turning into a big
Go,
game.
go, go,
Look
go,
at this.
go, go, go.
Who's Bennett anyway? Who is that guy?
I have no fucking idea.
Great timing on that.
He's just some
The
schmuck.
receiver ran a perfect route.
Wow.
Turned around
That's the highlight of his
in time to
career
see the
there.
ball and make the
Yeah.
catch.
He probably won't even be on the team next season, but
Yeah. Well, look at this too. Like they're trying to cover
both.
two guys with one, and he's splitting the difference, right? And I think that's that's how I managed to get him. And he just couldn't reach it when I threw it out there because they were blitzing the corner again. This is that corner blitz where they have the linebacker play a curl flat
Mm-hmm.
to try and cover the void that the corner leaves behind, right? Personally, I think that those corner blitzes are a mistake because if you manage to get the ball out there to where that corner should be or belongs, then you get stuff like that happen, right?
Yep.
And he tacks on the extra point. The visiting team.
We were definitely the beneficiaries of that mistake, though.
Well, that's okay.
Of course, if that had been the Tigers, that linebacker probably would have leapt up in the air and picked off the pass or something too and took it the other way. But oh,
He kicks
Oh my god!
oh, gotta look at that again. What did that ball do? It actually went in a half circle.
They tried the
Seriously? Wow! You can't even see it. Oh man.
Not only that, but it actually hit something over there and came back down into the field and started rolling this way at the end of that play.
Maybe it hit the scoreboard? I don't know.
I don't know. Let's see if we can zoom out far enough to see it. There it goes.
Yeah, it hit something invisible in the well, it had already gone out of bounds by then.
Yeah, but it looks like they have an invisible wall set up.
Wow. Okay, well, that was just about the worst kickoff that I've ever done. I have to say that this game is a mixture of highs and lows, and we had a high and then we had a low. Yeah, there's the ball right there.
Yeah, there's an invisible wall. You see where that white dotted line is? That's the invisible wall right behind the players.
Oh, so
there.
You can't actually kick it into the crowd, eh?
You can't actually kick it into the crowd, but if you could have kicked it into the crowd, you would have.
Yeah.
Wow, that was terrible.
That was
absolutely terrible.
That was I think a 10-yard kickoff.
First and 10.
Oh my God.
The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him.
Oh well, that's okay. You can back him up a few yards there.
Works through and gets the set.
I'm going to have to.
Yeah.
Especially when the other team least expects.
Well, that's one thing that's different in this game as opposed to the Tigers too, is that you've got like 5 or 6 sacks in this game already, right? Oh, he decided. I guess looks like you got a scrambler there.
Yeah, but I actually had to make the tackle there because I wasn't getting any success in the pass rush anyways.
Yeah.
This time the defense was
Yeah, they got a little bit of Walmart blocking there. They managed to get 2 of you with 1 guy.
Now that's always a risk on that side.
Closing in, throws it. Good pass rush, John.
Okay, so the horrible kickoff didn't cost us anything.
Somehow.
There we saw a defense who wasn't given any time at all.
Unable to get anything going on that series, they'll have to punt it away here. Here's the punt, and he signals for the fair catch.
I don't even think that's inside the 20.
It's exactly at the 20.
So they have first and 10 here. Directing traffic. Passing on first down. With the throw, he hits his receiver. Graham stops him at the 28. And
That's a good. That's the way to do it. Far.
That's exactly right. Excellent decision making and play calling.
2 yards to go.
Oh, okay. Oh my.
Excuse you.
Yeah. What's that?
Root beer water?
Yeah, that.
He tucks it away.
Oh, did I make it? Did I make it? I made it.
You made it.
And the thing that got him past
Yeah, Sandman likes his root beer flavored carbonated water.
That's right. It tastes just mildly of root beer, but without all the sugary goodness.
Looks like he's calling an audible. Looks like he's changing the play. Throws it.
Oh,
There's a drop by Edwards.
After that incomplete pass.
Edwards, who dropped the ball a lot last game. And he dropped it this time.
Farr comes in motion.
Okay, well, this ought to be interesting. Catch the ball, Edwards.
Dropping back. Throwing left.
Thank you.
The 40. The 40.
wow, oh my god.
The 30. The 20.
Oh my god.
That's going to turn into a touchdown. Wow.
Carter has now thrown for 2 touchdowns.
Carter's going to be the starting quarterback at this rate.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think I performed pretty well in the first half. It's just that in this one, he's... well, you know, that just goes to show you how bad the Swamp Rats defense is, too, right? They've given up 2 60-plus yard plays in the third quarter.
The kick is up.
And then I spotted them the ball on our 45-yard line, and they couldn't do anything with it.
This is one of those teams that's never
Yeah, I have
out
a
of the
feeling
game.
they don't have much
Let
depth
them
at
get going
offense.
early, they can really control the tempo of the game. If they fall behind, they have the weapons on the offensive side to put points on the board.
Okay, here we go.
quickly.
There.
Nice kick.
Brown.
From the 16-yard line. Using the stick.
There, that'll give you a little bit of a cushion to work with.
There you go.
backing off. The home team have not fared well on first down when they've gone to the air today, John. Very low percentage and a low average.
Which is one reason they're trailing in the game.
Oh, well, that's okay. You had the backup players. See, if you look at the replay of this, right, just watch. You see how all the offensive linemen are occupied, right? None of them are going upfield. That guy that went up the field was a tight end. And then, of course, the wide receiver goes over there and bowls over the corner, right?
Go back to the game.
But at least you didn't have any offensive linemen escaping up the field, which is why you were able to, prevent that from turning into a touchdown, right?
So they have 1st and 10 here.
And that's what this kind of new defensive scheme of yours does, is it puts more players in the middle of the field and, locks up on those offensive linemen a little more, right?
Gets rid of it.
Yeah, that guy's a bit of a scrambler. I noticed he stepped away from your pass rush that time, eh?
Yep.
Following that pass with decent yardage.
I'll tell you, when you've got 2nd and short, you can call just...
It can't be helped, though.
Because if you don't get it on this play, you can always go back out there on 3rd, and you still only need a yard or 2 for the 1st down.
And they have to get the ball
because you had the free pass rusher coming, and he got around the edge on block, but that guy just kind of, shuffled away from him and then threw the ball, right?
Drops back. Pressure coming. Throwing.
Oh,
But our safeties have hands of stone.
yeah, that's about as good a chance for an interception as you're ever going to get in this game.
He got himself in good position to make the interception. When it got to him, he just bounced off his hand.
Just remember, they still have a wide receiver out there, so...
Here's a look at the 3rd down success rate of each team.
3rd down is when you want your players to dig deep and make a clutch play. When you convert, it gives your defense a little extra rest.
Oh, look at this. Oh, he just made enough.
Come on!
He just had enough wheels to get away from you. The blocking broke down on that really fast, too. I thought you were going to sack him.
Sometimes there's just nothing you can do.
1st and 10.
No, that was just his foot speed. That's what spoiled things for you there,
The
right?
home team haven't done the job on 1st down.
And there he goes again, eh?
When you see that, and then you look at the scoreboard, you kind of get an idea of what they need to do better.
Nothing open downfield, so he pulled it down, picked up a couple.
He tucked it, but he couldn't find any room to run.
Yeah, if you have that double spy scheme or even a single spy scheme in there, he's not going to make a lot of yards on the ground.
Number 36 gets the pass off. Floyd makes the play at the 41-yard line. Kennison completes the pass for a 5-yard gain on 2nd down. Seventh play of this drive. 2 yards to go. Defensive line shifting around a bit.
Well, this is interesting. Didn't know you could do a line shift with this. Oh, you almost got through there, too.
Uh-oh.
And then you got hurt.
hurt.
And then you got hurt.
Yeah, well.
You hurt yourself.
Yeah, you can do line shifts with this too, and actually all it does is make these linebackers cheat up a little bit more.
Yeah, and it looks like the 2 linemen just moved over a bit, and then those other 2 guys moved up to fill the other gaps. Right?
That's right, yep. But other than that, though, it doesn't really change too much about the play.
Will do his best to get this one inside their 5. Here's the punt.
Well, that one's going to bounce at the goal line.
To return this one.
Big bounce.
Yep, big bounce. Out of bounds.
It's 1st and 10.
Oh my. Okay, well. All right.
He sees something in the defense. He'll pass on 1st down. Throws it. He hits his receiver. After holding in that pass, he now has 3 in the game. 2nd and a deuce.
Well, you know what? I've had a little bit of success running this fullback dive, so I'm going to do it again.
Well, you only need 2 yards.
Yeah, well, even if I don't make it, I'll be able to run the third quarter out at least.
Exactly.
Hands it off.
I made it.
Makes the stop at the 31. Good blocking up front, allowing him to find the seam downfield that he needed.
Yeah, and it was all north-south running there. Not a lot of
And that's it for the third quarter. It looks like we might actually win an easy one.
So we've reached the end of
Yeah, it's looking that way.
the visiting team.
I know
The home team. 28.
our week 1 win was roughly this similar score to this, but it was a much more difficult game, right?
Well, their second string offense is nowhere near as good as their first string offense.
Yeah.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
I would have had a lot of trouble against their first string offense if they'd had them out here again.
Passing on 1st down. Throws on the move. And it's complete. You could hear the collision up here.
He's feeling it right now. Either
There,
that
we'll
or
just
there's
throw a
none
little
below.
possession pass on 1st down, eh?
Let me tell you, they really try and get him the ball as much as possible because he can break away and make people miss.
Try and establish a little time of possession because they've been keeping things pretty even here so far.
Collins, the man in motion. Hands it off. Dixon makes the play at the 41. And he gets to the sticks on that run to the outside. The offensive line really doing their job on that play.
Usually on runs like that to the outside, there's a receiver and a tight end who makes a good block to get you those yards.
Calling an audible now. Dropping back to pass on 1st down. Under pressure.
Yeah, I've got nobody to pass to.
Kenzie did a great
I wasn't
job
expecting them to cover the flat on that look that they showed, right?
Yo, they did like a double flat thing.
Get back to him. He just made it look simple.
2nd down, and then he's 15 for the 1st.
Well, that's okay.
Well, you know what? All I'm going to do is pull the ball down and eat it anyways. I mean, I tried to scramble up the middle, but it seemed like this guy's kind of hard to control as a runner too, right?
Oh, he's got dog shit running ability.
The field, throwing on the run. And he makes the
That's
grab.
probably why.
He's brought in 3 so far.
Well, I'm going to have to throw a deeper pass now.
Well, you've only got 10 to go, so not too deep.
Yep.
They'll go with the quarter defense.
Okay.
Directing traffic. With the throw, and he is in front.
Yeah, take what you can get and then give it a good punt.
Yeah, we'll kick it away.
7-yard line. Brown is back to punt. Number 36. Looks like he's ready for the return.
As at least this way we can kick it down to about their 30, maybe 25-yard line.
Not much hang time on this one.
Or better. That's about as good as I was going to get there, I think.
It's 1st and 10. The corners are giving a bit of a cushion.
You must be due. You've had a couple of defenders hit right in the hands with a pass.
Gets the pass off. This one falls
Well,
incomplete.
I don't
And
think that
brings
had
up
much of a
2nd
chance.
down.
I don't know what that was.
It was play action, and then he was trying to throw the ball. Like some of those play action passes, the halfback goes through the line and tries to get in, through the line, right? And I think he was just trying to throw it to the halfback on that play.
Out of the shotgun. Kennison with a man in motion. With the throw. And Seymour stops.
Had the coverage, had the pass rush. Doesn't matter. We
Yeah.
can't tackle.
Yeah, don't forget, last time around when we were playing the Lifers, we had a score similar to this too, a 2-touchdown lead, and we ended up losing it. So
So they have 1st and 10 here. They'll play things tighter on the outside.
That being said, this guy is 6 of 13, so... Oh, another missed tackle in the middle there.
Makes the stop at the 33. And that was a gain of 7. They need about 3. Corners are moving up to press the receivers. Dropping back, gets the pass off, drops the interception. He makes a great play by
trying to
like
throw it before everybody can get in a position.
A little pressure on that one.
Well, they're trying to throw those little dinky passes over the middle, right?
Hennessy from the shotgun. Ullman, the man in motion. He surveys the field.
Ooh, again.
Yeah, I think that hit me while I was pass rushing.
Yeah.
Does a heck of a job of getting in the
Yeah, he stuck his hands up, eh?
down the pass.
Here's the kick. And
Yeah,
he
don't even
waves.
go anywhere near that one. Oh, look at this. Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
That was scary. Boy, did that bounce a long way. I was having visions of that bouncing far enough to actually hit one of our players with it, right?
It flew over a bunch of them.
Yeah, it's like, wow. That was scary.
On the carry.
Oh, well.
Page couldn't get out of the backfield.
There's not going to be anything there.
Nope.
Getting lower than the offensive line. When your defensive guys up front can control the line of scrimmage, it makes it very difficult to move the ball on offense.
Carter with a man in motion. Drops back, looking for an option. Gets rid of it with the catch. Graham makes the tackle at the 49-yard line. Page
Yeah,
with a
decent gain for an outlet.
Yep.
3rd and 4. Here are the numbers when it comes to 3rd down conversions.
3rd down conversions is a keeper stat. When you convert on 3rd down, you keep 3 things. You keep your drive going.
Some kind of man
you keep
coverage
their
again
defense on the
that they're
field,
trying to
and you
disguise?
keep
Is
your
that what this
defense
is?
resting on the sideline.
Goes with a short pass to the right side. Breaks free. And he just got level.
Yeah, you
Well,
know
whatever
that
it was,
whole
he was
deal about
uncovered.
What happens when
Yep.
an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? Well, the unstoppable force won that one.
Handed off to the
Uh-oh,
back.
that's not going anywhere.
Gets right in there and brings him down.
They bring that corner blitz again? Yeah, they did too. See how he immediately reacts?
Back to the field. First down marker is just inside the 32. Williams comes in motion. Calling an audible now. Looking for an option on the run. He hits his receiver.
Well, his passes kind of look a little bit like lame ducks, but at least they're more or less go where they're supposed to.
Well, he does actually have 80 throw power, but he has like just 80 throw power.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, this is one of those guys that can hurt you in a lot of different ways.
If he improves a lot during this preseason, though, he'll be a very, very good backup.
Directing traffic.
Well, if it's all going to be based on this game alone, then he's got a shot.
Pass play here on first down with the pass. Incomplete. He can't complete that short pass.
That was a drop.
seventh play of this drive. They come out in the nickel. Drops back. Gets rid of it.
Whoops.
Almost intercepted. Law had his hands on it.
He's a pretty good cover
I forgot I
linebacker.
can't
He can
zip
run
the
with
ball
both
in
guys
with
and
that
he
guy,
gets good
right?
position. Then he reads the pass and he
He
makes
doesn't
his move.
zip the ball. He sort of just lays it out there.
Eighth
Well, that's
play of
okay.
this drive.
You know, if you could get 5 more yards, we could get a field goal. Actually, we've got that wind at our back.
Yeah, I might get a field goal anyway, even if I don't get 5 yards.
The great dome air tunnel.
Looking for a receiver. With the
Oh, he
pass.
dropped it. There was my 5 yards.
The pass
Well,
was
we have the
right
dome
there.
air tunnel provided by the god of AC here.
Yeah.
Giving the quarterback a good target. He just
Well,
couldn't
we'll
get it
try
under
it. The last
control.
time I tried a field goal from this distance, it was an
So
absolute
they're lining up
disaster.
for the
But
kick. This will be a
Well, he's a terrible
42-yard
kicker, so
attempt.
that might make it.
yeah,
And it's up. The veteran kicks it through.
No
yeah,
problem
you
for
needed
him.
that one just as a confidence builder, hey?
Yep.
The same way. Cool and smooth.
That's 17 unanswered points.
They just can't seem to stop him.
Yeah, you so far you haven't allowed any points in the second half, so far so good.
Good kick.
Well, you know, there's
Certainly
always a
returned
time to start, though, so...
Yeah.
from the 6-yard line.
Well, so far your defensive system there
I've
that you're
played
using.
the entire fucking game out of this formation now.
Yeah, you know what? It seems to be working though, right? And you've got enough of a variety of different things that you can do. And the thing that I think is really cool is that you're showing them the same look every time, but that, you know, you could be playing man, or you could be playing zone, or you could be playing some kind of mixed coverage, but it's very hard to read, right?
Yeah.
Because everything looks the same pre-snap, right?
Yeah, more or less, yeah.
Second down, and they need 15 for the first. Tightening up the coverage along the outside. Pumps once.
Oh, no pressure.
And I think that one coverage guy was a little casual about getting into position too.
Caught the pass, but
That's
didn't
one
go
thing that kind of bugs me about this game too, is when you man lock those guys, they sort of jog, you know, in a very leisurely fashion over toward the man they're supposed to cover.
Yeah, like that.
You know, like, yeah, exactly. You need like a 3-second delay before they snap the ball so that everybody can get in position, right?
That's incomplete.
He did a good job getting open. The quarterback got him the ball.
I'm pretty sure in real life, if somebody was that lackadaisical, they'd be sitting on the bench.
And they'll line up to punt.
Well, it's part of the disadvantage of building this thing out of... I think I actually built it out of the 4-3.
Yeah.
Here's the
All right,
punt.
so I built all of my 4-man line sets out of the 4-3, and I build all of my 3-man line sets out of the 3-4, but that means that you don't get automatic man lock. You have to manually man lock with
So we
defensive
have
backs,
first and 10 here.
Yeah.
and that means that they can be a bit casual in getting out there.
Directing traffic.
But yeah, man, I man lock constantly. I'm like, you know, always man locking. The greatest proponent of man lock ever. You just need to do it from better designed defenses.
Yeah. Well, it's fine to do that so
If you
long
have
as you've
flat
got
zones.
so long as you've got somebody covering the outside, right?
Pull back handoff.
Well, I managed to squeeze my way through there and
Yeah, on that one,
pick
it was
up
all
another
about the
first
interior
down.
linemen. They did a good job of knocking those guys off the line of scrimmage.
oh, okay. Now I had a couple of successful run plays, so now they're gonna shut that down, right?
Yep.
I haven't tried this yet, but I'm almost certain that Trailer's going to drop this when I throw it to him.
Going to the air on first down.
So maybe I'll throw it to Bennett instead.
Or not.
Oh, okay. Well,
Coverage, let it go, but the defense will pick it up.
luckily, I think we have a big enough lead at this point that's not going to hurt us. I don't know. That looked to me like a defensive back warping thing too, right? Because if you looked at the relative positions of the players and where the ball was, the receiver should have had a better chance at that ball than the defender did, right? You know, like, look at that, eh? I guess probably it wasn't led enough. But still, there's a little bit of warping going on there too, right?
The backs are lined up in an eye. Pressure. Incomplete pitch. He threw it a little too soon and it missed the mark. The pass rush almost got to him.
I don't think he ever had a chance to set his feet. I'll tell you one thing. This defensive coach sure has his defensive lineman pumped up.
The corners move up to play this one tight. Kennison starts out of the shotgun. Steps up, throws it. This one falls.
Oh, that was pretty well covered.
Yeah, I'd say so.
He would have seen that one of the other guys was open.
This is one of those things that he's got to improve on. He can't let open receivers miss their chance to get passes.
They'll go from the I formation.
They had both of those guys blocked to the same side.
Yep.
Big hit there. He was run over by a truck.
Yeah, they left lots of extra blocking in.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Tightening up the coverage along the outside. Going to the air on 1st down. Throwing. He hits his receiver.
Yeah, okay, break a tackle and run back a yard.
42.
Well, you know what? Throwing short passes like that is something that's going to work for us anyway, I think.
Yeah, it'll take them too long to score if they go at it like that.
They need about 3.
Even if they score and then recover an onside kick and score again, at the rate they're traveling, they'll run out of time before they can get there.
You know, there was a lot of guys in the middle there.
Yeah. Yeah, that little spy system that you like to use there, it actually seems to work pretty well.
The defense is going to play this one very tight. They'll go from the I formation. Closing in. He goes.
And I know you were not expecting to be facing a scrambling quarterback in this game, but
No, it's just I actually built all those spies in for pass coverage and not for...
Yeah, but just by happy coincidence, it appears to have worked out for you anyway, right?
Pretty much.
Well, they're going to go on 4th down here again.
Well, if the defense can stop him
And it's... Oh, there he goes. Oh!
Ah, come on, this is a linebacker.
Yep, you had him stopped, and he ran through the tackle.
Yeah,
Wow.
he ran right through this damn spy.
Yep, you had him stopped. That was a turnover on downs if he hadn't have run through there like that. Yeah, you're supposed to start running when the play starts.
Yeah.
He was really hit hard on that play.
Well, that's okay. We hurt someone there.
Yeah, you forced them to spend one of their timeouts, even though that was a 2-minute warning. Eh? An injury timeout.
Key series here as they're in the red zone trying to stay in the game. Throws it. He hits his receiver. Floyd stops him.
Well, I don't know how you stop a pass like that.
You don't. Really. All you can do is call a different coverage next time or hope that somebody does something like that next time, right?
That's right. You got to have composure in these situations. Find your receivers who can pick up yardage after the catch. But most importantly, you have to keep the chains moving.
Dropping back, throws it, and this pass is completed. Ball takes
Oh,
him down.
you want to accept that penalty.
The penalty, and the offense will have to run that one again.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if the offense has something in the playbook that is designed to get them that much yardage.
Owens comes in motion. He's looking, uses the pump, throwing. This one.
Well, it's 4th down again. They're 2 for 2 on 4th down so
He thinks he's
far.
about to make the catch, and then boom,
Yeah, I've been really bad about giving it up to them.
fall out of his hand.
Well, I don't know. That last one was a quarterback scramble, and I don't think that under normal circumstances, I don't think that he's able to do that, right?
Pressure coming with the pass.
Well, he's going to turn it over this time because he's too short.
Yep.
They had no choice but to go for it.
In this type of situation,
They were trying to throw something in front of the deep zone, but I've just been pressing the coverage over and over and over again, so those deep zone guys are playing a lot closer than they normally do.
Yeah.
They come out of the nickel. Hand it off to the back.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
We can't get a break.
Great play.
Yeah, I can't challenge it either because it's inside 2 minutes, but yeah.
It's first and
They're going to get that touchdown, damn it.
bump and run on the outside.
No matter what.
Changing the play now.
Even if they don't have to earn it.
they have to start scoring touchdowns once they get inside the 20-yard line.
You see, the corner who was supposed to cover the tight end, he was too busy shuffling his feet over there, and he didn't get lined up with him, right?
Yeah.
Drops back.
That's why that tight end was open over there.
That's okay. We'll just injure their quarterback.
Yeah, well, then the first string guy can come back in. So that's not going to help much either.
And they'll face a long
That being
third
said,
down.
he's not really a scrambler, but
The quarterback is back in the shotgun. Pump fakes with the throw.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. I can't believe he catches it in between those two guys.
yeah. Well, you know what? They manufactured that touchdown, right? Like that fumble was at a very convenient time, right?
Most of the time, it's successful just like that.
No pressure here. It's a 10-point game if they make
Showing
this.
confidence in his offense.
So all you need to do is stop them from scoring 10 points in a minute,
10-point
right?
Changing things up along the defensive front. Floyd in motion. On the call. So they get the touchdown, and now the 2. The onside kick is really their only option here as they look for a good bounce. Here we go. From the 42.
That's 2 onside kicks that we've failed to recover in 2 games.
In
Wow.
2 weeks.
In 2, yeah.
Real
like-
life weeks.
Wow.
They expect that he'll take a few
Unbelievable.
possessions off, then return to the field.
Well, just make them take as long as you can,
Directing traffic.
That's all I can do.
Corners move up to play this one tight.
because it's out of my hands now.
Going to the air on first down.
Oh, you got a sack.
Yardage on that tackle.
That's
Calling
good.
an audible now. The corners are moving up to press the receiver. Spike stops the clock.
Yeah, they've got 1 timeout left. So
Third down and long coming up here. Pressure gets the pass off. Behind him, and he has it. Falk records the
well,
stop.
now they have to go on 4th down using the hurry up.
Tighter on the outside. Calling an audible. Steps up into the pocket with the pass.
Oh.
They'll mark it at the 33-yard line. Directing traffic. Hill stopped the clock for the spike. They have to get to the 23.
Just make them take at least another 15 seconds here.
The quarterback is back in the shotgun. Gets rid of
Oh my god, if that had been a completion, man, man.
That would have been good, actually, because that would have kept the clock running, right? And it would have been a short game.
Newsom starts out of the shotgun. With the throw. Perfect pass. Brown makes
Right,
the catch.
between the man coverage guy and safety, again. Even in that tight coverage, he just fits it in there.
That's their last time out. Now you need to defend the end zone because he's going to try and throw a quick pass into the end zone here.
Difficult situation here, but not much else they can do but go for it. Gets the pass off. Great pass. Ball records the
Okay,
stop.
mission accomplished, because most of the time will be done
250 yards.
by the time they get lined up here. Even if he spikes the ball here, he's going to spike the ball.
Stops the clock.
But even if they score a touchdown on this play, they're not going to have enough time to do anything. I'm assuming that they're going to recover the next onside kick attempt too. Just because that seems to be the way things are going here, right? Oh, you're very focused.
This team has been unstoppable.
You're leaning
inside
forward
red
in the
zone
chair.
today.
Swings it to the outside. Perfect throw. Drops
Well, that's
in the
it. That's the
backfield
game.
for a short loss.
They can't line up and call another, run another play with that little time left.
That's the final gun. And
Okay, well,
21-21.
they couldn't quite cheese their way to a win, but
Joining us for this EA Sports matchup, John Madden.
that's too bad. That touchdown was all entirely due to that fumble, right?
Yeah, it can't be helped.
Well, on the other hand, though, on the bright side, and I never really expected to say this, we did manage to have a winning record in preseason,
Yep.
right?
Why, did you
Finished-
not have a winning record in your practice season?
Yeah, but, you know,
It was a bit how you doing?
yeah. Because I was also testing sliders and changing things around and that kind of thing.
Ah, yeah.
So it wasn't really, you know, like everything was set and we're running it kind of thing like this, right? So it looks like statistically it was a pretty even game, though, right? They got a little bit more rushing yardage in the second half.
Yep.
And I got lots of passing yardage in the second half. Wow, I was shocked at how well that went. And it looks like you actually managed to stop them twice in 5 attempts in the red zone here.
Unfortunately, they're getting into the red zone, but
Yeah, well, they're getting into the red. Well, that one time
This
they
is-
got it.
this number right here, though, is why we won the game.
Yeah, but that one time that they got in the red zone, I mean, we had the ball, right? You had stopped them. You'd made them turn it over on downs even, and then we handed it off, and that guy fumbled. So anyway, here we go. Tommy Carter passes for 251 yards and 2 touchdowns. However, if you look at the first half guy, right, he also got 2 touchdowns, but he completed 81% of his passes.
Yep.
Although we didn't have a 77-yard touchdown pass like Tommy Carter did.
Yeah, Tommy Carter had 2 long touchdown passes.
Yep. And we ran the ball 10 more times in the second half. So, you know, like we definitely went a little bit heavier toward the pass in the second half. But
Yep.
I think that's also a function of how their defenses kept lining up, too. And Austin Page coughs up the ball in our end of the field. So that wasn't good. Our fullback there had a good day. And there's Collins with 7 catches. Look at Farr there with 4 catches, too.
Yeah, in spite of the fact that he's terrible.
Yep. And Edwards had a good day. He bounced back after that terrible performance, right? Got 2 touchdowns. And we only had 5 drop passes this time around. So that's definitely an improvement. Yeah, Bennett. Who the hell is Bennett? Right? Comes out there and catches a 77-yard touchdown pass just out of nowhere.
And he didn't drop anything.
And he didn't drop anything either. It's like, where have you been all preseason? Yeah, well, I think Falk is the kickoff coverage guy.
Yep. And we've got Taylor, who is, I think, probably the nickel guy.
Yep.
Freeborg, who got his 3 sacks. 3 tackles for loss. Yeah, Freeborg got 3 sacks. Cardi got 2. Apparently, we got a cornerback who got a sack. That must have been on a...
Well, that guy was scrambling around like mad.
Yeah.
And probably that was one of those ones where it was not so much a sack as it was a tackle behind the line of scrimmage, right?
Yeah. It looks like almost all the linebackers got sacks.
Yeah. Yeah, even one of your middle linebackers got one. You had lots of dropped interceptions in this game, too.
Yeah, lots of pass defense. Actual pass defense, which is something we haven't had all preseason long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd have to say this is your defense's best outing, even though you ended up giving up 13 points. I'm going to say you didn't give up that last touchdown, because that one is entirely on one particular individual on the offense.
Mm.
But look at this, how like this guy Newsom, he was kind of picking you apart in the first half, right?
Yep.
He's actually a pretty good quarterback, Lee Newsom.
Yeah, he's one of those all Madden caliber ones, right?
Yeah. And this guy is not such a good quarterback, but he can scramble around and get hurt. Although that being said, he did manage to complete a 24-yard pass against you. And they didn't run the ball very much at all. They ran the ball less than I did, actually. Because this guy, 4 of his rushes were scrambles, right?
Yep.
So they actually only turned around and handed the ball off to a running back 11 times in the whole game.
Or basically not at all.
Pretty much. You might as well say that, because look at all the catches, right? And the one touchdown reception. Like that guy's out for the game. Bill Duff. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, they had a lot of
passes.
drops
They had
for
a
some
lot
reason.
Yeah, they threw a lot of passes though, right?
Yeah, they threw like, 60
they
passes.
threw, yeah, like look at that. They threw 62 like that 62 pass attempts, right? So it's no wonder they had a lot of drop passes. They'd had a lot of passes.
All they did was pass all game long.
Look at this guy, 20 pancake blocks.
Yeah. Thing is, I don't know.
Somebody over there on the left side of the defense was having a tough day today.
Yeah, well, that would have been I think the one of the left outside linebacker, no, the right outside linebacker.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
So, yeah.
And then we had
but we got pressure in spite of that.
Yeah, that cornerback there got a lot of tackles. Wow, look at him.
Yep.
And then everybody else, it was sort of evenly spread around, right? But that's the guy I was picking on the left side, I think. Right?
Maybe.
Because I was throwing those flat passes eventually to the left side of the field quite a bit and having success at it.
Maybe that's it then.
Yeah. And we limited them to 5 tackles for a loss and 2 sacks. So, and the 1 interception. Which I think if I'd been throwing that to a better receiver, I think he would have probably, if not came down with the ball, he would have at least, been able to prevent it from being caught by the defender, right?
Yep.
Anyway, so they kicked 2 field goals. They had a 28.8. Oh, yeah, I got to look at the kicking statistics for our side now.
Oh, God.
Okay, let's have a look at this. So, kicking. Okay, we managed to kick 1 field goal, which is good. Okay, they don't really give you much in the way of statistics for kickoffs, right?
Yeah, it's just the number you did and then the number of touchbacks, I guess.
Yeah, well, okay, that's too bad. But anyway, there we go. We managed to win the last game of exhibition.
Indeed.
And look at this, Sheldon Edwards, after being the GOAT in the 3rd game, turns out to be the player of the game in this one.
Well, I guess everybody has good days and bad days.
Yeah, well, hopefully that means that he'll improve a whole bunch. Anyway, it'd be interesting to see what the progression looks like.
Yep.
But anyway, I guess that's the exhibition game. So the next time we come back with the Magicians, we'll be playing for real.
Sounds like a plan.
So until then,
I'm RecV5.
and I am Sandman99.
Have a good one.